Welcome to Vegas Circle Podcast with your hosts, Paki and Chris. We are people who are passionate about business, success, and culture. And this is our platform to showcase the people in our city who make it happen. On today's podcast, man, we got something super special, man. We got a legend with us, bringing him back to the podcast. We're going to delve into the art of building a thriving business and a comedic brand with legendary comedian and businessman, Mr. TK Kirkland, man. So welcome back to the circle.
Love in the room.
Back to the circle.
The love in the room. That's right.
This man, I've been tracking him down for years, man. We connected about 3 or 4 years ago. He was able to come on one of our episodes a couple years back during the pandemic.
It's been that long?
Yeah, it's been 2 years, man. But a little over 2 years, about 2.5.
Man, so, time flies.
And 63 years old, which I still don't believe.
Yeah,
man.
63.
Yeah. So what you been doing, man? You've been running around, man. Probably 200 tours a year around the world. But what you been doing?
I wake up every day and I'm just truly blessed, you know. One, being a great dad. That's the most important thing to me. Yeah. And then just health. I could get up early in the morning. Like we talked 2 years ago. It's always about health. I push that more than anything in the world because so many people don't take care of their health, don't get their checkups and all that. And I'm glad that I really started that lane because a lot of people don't talk about it. So I talk about it in my stand-up. I talk about it in interviews. So with that, because everybody push for success, but don't stay around long enough to enjoy the money. That's real. So I want people to take care of the health so you can live long enough to get whatever you want. That's all.
Yeah, it sounds like important because, you know, Jeff, a job like yours is very demanding, right? Day in, day out, you're traveling, you're eating, and it's easy to find opportunities to do unhealthy things.
Right, that's
whether
true.
Whether it's drinking or eating out or
I have no vice. I don't gamble. I don't drink.
Oh, lucky,
I do what I'm supposed to do. Yeah, I do what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah. How you not be able to do that? That's crazy. So you just very disciplined. And do you think that started with being an athlete, right? Because you were a runner, right?
I was a track star. It's just discipline. And as you get older, you really understand. And I learned from mistakes. I've seen, you know, people, not just in entertainment, just walks of life, drinking the alcohol and things that people do to damage their bodies. I love life too much to even mess it up. So I do what I got to do. I feel when you're good to the universe is good to you. If you avoid negative and crazy situations, you have an absolute better chance in life. So I avoid all those things. And all my past experiences has taught me to be the man who I am today too.
But you're like, you know, going town to town, you know, what are you doing in those locations that you're not going to party, you're not drinking? Is it?
I go to bed.
Make it easy.
Yeah, I go to bed. I don't like talking, so I stay in my room pretty much all day. I work out. And then when I get on stage, because I've been quiet all day, I'm excited to talk.
That's the strategy.
Yeah, like don't talk to me. Like I stay quiet all day.
Gotcha.
And then when I get on stage, ta-da.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
So talk a little bit about, like, back in the day, right? You had 7 comedy clubs, right?
Yeah, about 7.
Why'd you get into that business? Was it something that you were just looking at, you saw that we were missing it, or what
No.
was that whole
Well, Michael
perspective?
Williams had the first club.
Okay.
It was called the Comedy Theater.
Okay.
And then everything else, like everything else in my life, I've always been at the right place at the right time.
Okay.
So one opportunity leads to this, and I just really love, and I was just ambitious. So I would go to club owners and say, hey, let me do a comedy night here. And next thing you knew, I had like 7 throughout the city, the Palace in Hollywood, Birdland West in Long Beach, California, the Golden Tail, Paradise 24, if I didn't say that already. So we just, like, I was just like doing it. So all the comedians had to come through me. The Robin Harris's, the Tommy Davidsons, when DL first got started, Jamie Foxx got started. They all came through all my clubs.
That's what's up. These were all in L.A.?
These are all in Los Angeles.
Okay.
Yeah, these are all in L.A.
Okay. So what was it so you connected with DL, right? You were like a mentor to DL and Jamie Foxx and Mike Epps and them.
Right.
What did you see in them that made you say, okay,
DL wasn't even doing stand-up. He was just outside talking to me.
That shows you how long ago that was.
Yeah,
wow.
He was a boss at LA Times. He was
Get out of here.
he had an office, he had people working for him.
He was corporate.
Yeah, he was corporate. DL was corporate.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, DL was an awesome guy from the beginning.
Okay.
DL was gonna make it in life no matter what he was doing.
Very intelligent.
Yeah, whether it was stand-up comedy or in the LA Times. I really feel he'd been in the LA Times. He probably been owning the LA Times because he had. When I went to his office and I saw the people, the way they looked, you could tell leadership. He had great leadership skills. So he was on his way. So I took him under my wing, you know, taught him the game. He learned very quick. And then boom, the rest is history. He went on to be very successful.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy because part of the comedy is that leadership and that confidence, and to be able to stand up in front of the room and kind of command the people, right?
Right,
like
right.
It seems like one of those business translates to comedy and vice versa.
Yeah, and everybody's different, like Mike Epps is different, Godfrey is different. All these are my personal handpicked people that I took and made them better. But they all listened. That was the key. They all listened. Yeah. And the rest is history. And then there's a lot of other people. Ricky Smiley, who used to open up for me back in the day. Oh man, the list is long.
Yeah.
This is long.
With you so you also have your own successful podcast, right?
Yeah, it's called the TK Kirkland podcast. But I don't do no video. That's what makes it
all audio.
All audio. Yeah, because when we first started, it was call-ins. And then what I did was I have people hit me in my DM. They tell me their personal problems. I give them my advice. Okay. And the reason why I can't do studios like this, because like you guys, you're patient. I can't be in one spot like that. Like that'll drive me insane. Yeah. So Charlamagne the God, who's executive producer.
Shout out to Charlamagne.
They created an app for me to do my events. So no matter where I'm in the world, I could interview the people I want. And I never wanted to do celebrities because I knew the complication of celebrity scheduling conflict the same way you had with me. Yeah. So I never want to deal with this. I just deal with regular life, regular people. Okay. And I've given them so much knowledge. Like the last episode, guy was crying. He got caught up with the wrong girl and he lost his soul, so to speak, got baptized, and he was looking for me for help. And I explained to him that if he didn't listen to me, that he was going to die. And I said, so listen to me. So what I'm going to tell you, got to do. And he said he was on. So we'll see. I wish him the best.
Yeah, you have that kind of commanding demeanor about you, right? Where people want to listen to the feedback that you get. Where do you think that kind of stems from? Is it like personal confidence, trials and tribulations?
I'm just a fly motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And it's in my DNA.
You got to throw it out there.
And it's in my DNA. It's in my DNA. It's a Kirkland thing, for sure.
Yeah.
That's exciting. Yeah, you touch on celebrity, right? Celebrity is hard to navigate in a lot of different situations. How do you navigate your personal life with that celebrity? Do you get people that kind of try to dig into your family and personal situations?
No, I don't move like a celebrity though. I think it's all mental. I think people act like they're celebrities or people who never had nothing, never had fame before in their life or attention. And I've been fly since I was like 13 years old, you know what I'm saying? So I'm doing this because the money's good. I'm doing this because I got to travel the world. There was a time in my life I was on Throw That Dick tour, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know if you can curse on here.
No, you good, man. You good.
And the reason why I said because I thought it was funny, and then the look in your eyes is hilarious too. So just that alone is funny to me. I'm cracking up.
I'm like, is that the name of the tour?
That's when I was having. That's when I was having. I was just having sex with everybody because that's in entertainment. That's the thing that I wish I could have controlled the best. The Throw My Dick tour.
This is always a trip,
you know what I'm saying? Man. Yeah, because when I sit back now, like man, it's just too much responsibilities. And I wish one woman had my child. Instead of one. I wish one.
Oh, okay.
I wish I had one mother. Okay. And you learn through these. You deal with it. I tell men, play the hand that you dealt. Hold yourself accountable. Yeah. And you'll be okay. Some men wish they had somebody else's life. And that's where the depression comes in.
I think that's what social media is kicking everybody's behind.
And you have to be strong. That's why they call me.
Yeah, I get it. So when you were starting off, right? Did you? Because you're not like a goofy guy. Like I know you've mentioned that multiple times.
Yes,
right?
I don't play.
Exactly. You don't play. And I remember the first time I saw you. I think maybe 13 or 14 years ago was the first time I seen your actual stand up. You like a motivational speaker, man.
Right. That's what I've gotten to now. Yeah. That's what I've gotten to now. You came to see me the 4th of July, and I was here at the House of
exactly.
Blue.
Yep.
And what people don't know, that day I was so sick.
Oh, I wouldn't even have known.
Yeah,
that.
I was.
You played
so
it
sick.
off well. We talked
because if you ever notice my stand up flows. And on that day, it felt like I had a boot on my voice.
Oh, shit.
Because I wasn't able to flow the way I like to flow. So I was still able to maneuver a little bit. But that's a come on my Live Nation tour coming up. We coming back to Vegas.
Oh, you are?
And
okay.
Oh, yeah. I'm coming to Vegas every year with Live Nation.
Okay, that's what's up.
So to come, I'm truly excited to to redeem myself in a sense, because people have been waiting for me to come to Vegas for years. And the last time I was here prior to that, you hit one of them.
I think it was Hard Rock, right?
Show, yeah.
But
my big show was with Mike Epps at the Palms.
That's the one we went to.
Oh,
that's the one I went to.
100%.
It was like maybe 12, 13 years ago.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah, that's where I had kids, for sure.
Yeah, so to be on this level now is awesome to me. I'm excited.
Yeah. Where do you get your content from? You just paying attention?
Yeah,
to
just
stuff
paying attention.
Real?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And a lot of people don't have that ability to make everything funny. I could take something funny. I could take something serious, make it funny. Or I could just take something serious and put my little twist on, still make it serious, but deliver a message to the world. So I like that.
We were actually doing a podcast the other day. We were talking about comedians, and it was like, you have to be a philosopher in a sense, right? You have to be able to identify and pick things apart, but relay the message in a funny way.
That's so true.
And, to me, it's like, you take these content that's very polarizing, and you have to make it relatable, and a lot of times for better or worse, right? People who love it, people who hate it.
Right, that's true.
How do you navigate that polarization? You just don't give a shit?
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. But I'm so good at it that I know it's going to win.
Yeah.
Then that's where the confidence comes in, because even if it doesn't work, because you have the confidence, you project. Like, I don't know what you talk about. I know what I'm saying. It's good.
That's so much conviction.
Yeah, but it wins. I've been consistent for 40 years in this business.
And you see like a big shift though now. Like, it seems like everything people are saying is like so over the edge, it's so controversial.
Yeah, I never had that problem.
Yeah,
I never had that problem. The thing that's happened for me is every day, every week, every month, my star gets bigger. It's like it's a new birth because of social media. And I knew years ago in the 90s that my career was going to go where it needed to go. But the people who was going to help me, they were young. Y'all were kids at the time. Because I couldn't get on the David Letterman shows. I couldn't get on Arsenio Hall. So when the young kids invented podcasting, when you invented social media, it was the perfect thing for me. And the rest is history. So now the world is finding out about me. So, that's a good thing.
You big on basically living life, right?
Yes.
And not like it's short. I've heard you talk a lot about it. Can you share just kind of your perspective?
Yeah.
I love how you break it down.
Because I believe words are very powerful. And when I was coming up in the hip hop world, I hung out with everybody. But if you take these two examples, when Biggie did his album, he always talked about death. When Tupac talked about it's always about death. But Jay-Z and Diddy talked about money and women. And the two people talked about death, the dead, and the people who talked about money and women, one is in trouble because of women, but everybody still got money. And I just believe what comes out of your mouth is powerful. So I think that every time you say life is short, well, the universe hears you. And I think you take time off your life because I think words are powerful. Because I'm really 62. I always say I'm 63 because I project that I have to make that. So that's my goal, is to always stay a year ahead. It's just, have my own little tricks.
And for our listeners too, is it correct? Were you there with Biggie the day he died and when Tupac died?
I was there with both of them. The whole day we was together. The whole day we was with Biggie.
That's the craziest thing.
And Biggie went to go to get tattoos done. Me and Puffy's assistant, Lenote, Black Noir, who was Puffy's assistant at the time. We all went out to Gladstone's in Malibu. We came back that night. We all split up because we was going to the party. This is Biggie's thing. And me, Puff, Biggie, we was all hanging. And I had a comedy show at the Comedy Theater that same night. But I saw all the hustlers, because, I know the street guys. And I said, there's going to be some problems here. I could see it coming.
You just felt the energy?
Yeah.
Or what?
But I left to go do my party. Me loving women. I took some women with me. We drove down to do my comedy show. And we came back. We saw all the police and all that. But I still didn't know what was going on. I wasn't talking about it. But then somebody said, TK, Biggie got shot. I was like, yeah, right, whatever. Went up to, it was a club on Sunset because Outkast was there. I was friends with them too. So I wound up opening up for them, Outkast. And I went into the other room and looked out on the window on Sunset. And I called Lenote, but her phone was off. And something just told me to go to Cedars-Sinai Hospital. I drove there. And she told me that Biggie had passed.
Dang, that's a story.
And then a year before that, it was with Tupac. We was all here in Vegas, hanging out. And because I work out a lot, still learning life, I took some fat burners. Don't know why. Still this day. Don't know why I took some fat burners.
You need that energy. That's for
that shit almost killed me.
Yeah, I can't even imagine. You almost had cardiac arrest, man.
And I drank alcohol that
still
day.
feeling it today.
And it did something to me, and I wound up going to my hotel. I was so sick, I stayed in my hotel for 7 days. I saw everything on the news about Tupac.
Damn.
I saw the situation in the news. I'm in pain. And the day he died was the day I was catching a flight to go to Charlotte, North Carolina.
That's crazy.
Man,
Yeah, so I remember that.
Yeah.
And that's crazy. So it's those two. And the night that Gerald Levert died, we was doing a show in
That's
Charleston,
crazy.
South Carolina. So we had to cancel it. This is years later. This is late 90s. But me and him was doing the show at the same time, and he passed away. We couldn't do the show.
Did Tupac really come up with your name or give you your name?
Yeah, we got that at Jack the Rapper.
Oh,
so
Jack the Rapper.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
at Jack the Rapper.
Okay.
You know, playing around, like,
Okay.
T to the motherfucker.
Damn.
So then the guy who produced House Party, was it House Party? No, House Party.
With Kid and Play in them? And
Yeah, House Party.
Kid and Play, yeah, with Kid and Play.
It was a
yeah.
guy, he was a producer. He died.
I don't even know
So
who it is. Yeah.
it's Michael, I forgot his name. If somebody get a chance, let's Google who was the producer
For
of
House Party. Okay.
And he said to me one day, he said, TK, T to the motherfucking K. He said, TK Kirkland is the philosopher,
I see that.
and T to the motherfucking K is my philosophy.
That's what you said.
No, that's
Oh,
what
that's what he said.
the
Okay,
producer
yeah.
of the House of Blues.
You took that
House
and ran
Party.
with it.
So that's what, So from Tupac to that, this is history.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, and this was years ago. This
Yeah.
is early 90s.
Yeah.
Early 90s.
You've been moving in some big circles with big names for a long time, right?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
You know, you've been in these places with people that I'm sure a lot of personalities, big personalities, and you know, have you found it just easy to like intermingle in those kind of, with all those people, those names, those interactions, and you know, how important do you think that?
Well, I knew
networking
all
has
these
been?
people before they were famous.
Okay, got
See,
it.
so we all came up together, so to speak, and then I was famous before most of them. I had a little stardom before Jay-Z. I had a little stardom before 50 Cent. I've seen everybody come up. So I pretty much had like a little edge. They skyrocketed past me, which is great. But when I talk about my career, the thing that's awesome, I've seen people go up and come halfway down, and some people get locked up. But with me, I'm what you call a steady fix. I've been consistent.
Yeah.
40 years.
That's a
and no
good
one
time.
can say that.
Yeah.
I've been consistent.
How important do you think that networking is to your success? The fact that you can, hang out with these people, put yourself in that
Back
room.
in the day, it was hanging out, networking. You had to be everywhere. Now I stay away. I don't even want nobody to see me.
Why? Why is
Yeah,
that?
you
You
think
just
that
want
puts
to.
you in
You
a
don't want
tough
to be in that
spot, or-
energy.
Well,
or you
no,
just
it's not
know-
that. I'm tired. Like
Yeah.
I want to enjoy my home, smoke a cigar,
Yep.
Do a little shopping, have sex if I can, play with the kids. I'm good, and that's what happens when you're 63.
I ain't mad at
That's
you.
me
Yeah.
at 35, so I ain't mad at you.
You stay out the way, man.
Yeah.
The world's changing.
What's the biggest thing like do you think you learned? Man, you went through a lot. What's the biggest thing that you think you've learned that you've pretty much adapted, and made it like your own?
Respect and honesty.
Okay.
I think respect and honesty is key, and know how to communicate extremely well.
Okay.
Because communication, things can get. You could be a straight up honest person. You could be thorough, but miscommunication can change everything that make you look like you
look crazy.
full of it, and that's bad. I had situations like that happen, and because I stand on being a great man, and little things can make the world think that you're not. And when I have that, I try my best to try to fight it, to convince people. But then you realize in life, you really can't convince everybody.
Yeah.
So you let people think what they think.
And you actually, did you get your master's degree in communications?
Yes, in speech communication. Cal State
okay.
Northridge, 1984.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
I think more people should actually get that degree, is what you're talking about as far as communication. Because it seems like with social media,
Oh, they don't know how to interview. Oh my God, it's
They don't know how to,
horrible.
but they don't know how to communicate because everything is this
Yes.
versus picking up the
LOL,
phone.
BRB.
The reason why, and you're so
And
right.
I'm curious what your perspectives on it. Because
I
if I
was
text you, you'll be like, pick
Yeah,
the phone up and call me.
I was
and
in
I
Detroit.
love that. Yeah.
I was in Detroit and
Yeah.
getting me to do an interview for Thanksgiving weekend. And I'm sitting there in the green room And they actually, the next episode was a professor at the school.
Okay.
They are starting a class to teach kids how to communicate with each other.
Shut up.
I swear to God.
College?
In college.
That's
Got your damn mind.
To communicate.
Because we're past all of that now.
Yeah, because
we
social media,
forgot.
social media destroyed it. And my daughter was saying that not too long ago about in college, people don't talk no more. And just like when you go to clubs, people get dressed to go hold their phones. Nobody
right.
dancing. We went out back in the day. I don't know about you. I'm much older than you.
I'm 44. I'm 44
you're
years
still a
old.
youngster. Yeah, but back in the day, we got dressed to dance.
Yeah.
People go now get dressed to just go hold their phone or stand on furniture.
But see, you got to remember, I'm from Chicago originally, so they be stepping, they dress. That's how my parents wear, right? So that's what I was used to seeing.
Right.
And we communicate. That's how my dad raised us. It's like, you better talk to me, man. You text me.
Right.
You better pick up the phone.
Yeah, I got
me.
rules about that.
Yeah.
You already know.
Yeah, I know.
Don't text me, call me.
I think that's probably why we clicked is because of that. Because you a communicator. But you teach a lot of the generation, right? And they're paying attention, and a lot of them are hard headed. What would you say to them about communication, or what you've learned, like how they should move, or whatever scenario? What's a gem that you can leave for them just about communication?
I think if you don't know how to talk, you lose in this game.
Yeah.
You got to know how to talk, got to know what you want, especially when it comes to women. What I find, most men are liars, right?
Yeah.
Most men lie to be with a woman. Most men, and women now too, have become habitual liars because they don't have accomplishments. Yeah. And I was telling somebody the other day, he started laughing. I said, they should have never got rid of the draft.
So the military draft?
Yeah, the military draft.
Why?
No,
because you could lie?
Because when it gave people structure. It made you understand life, that this game was for real.
Yeah.
And it would have killed a lot of people, but it would save a lot of people as well.
And it gives them a foundation too. I think a lot of people aren't built on a foundation. They're kind of just learning, running out there, figuring shit out as they go.
Because the reason why I'm taking off, because the kids look at me as this uncle. I never had a dad. Yeah. And they like, yo, who's this guy? Yeah. And I'm shocked. I'm like, nobody, what? Like, y'all don't know this? This is insane to me. Yeah. But I'm just being something that I've always been, and you know, I've learned through trial and error. So I'm self-made, so to speak. Yeah. So I'm here to do whatever I have to do.
That's what's up.
And how important is that to you at this stage in your career? You know, to pass on that information, you really help develop these kids that are looking to you as that inspiration, or that, you know, that figure in their life that's, you know, important that they may not have.
I don't give a fuck.
It doesn't change like your perspective,
no,
how you say
act. No, I don't care.
Real as a color.
And let me tell you why I don't care. Because it's too much shit to worry about in life.
That's right.
I ain't gonna take all this. Like, I get so many messages from, because I deal. Put it like this: I'm in Washington D.C. and a gentleman saw me working out. He saw one of my episodes on Facebook, and he thought I was this brilliant guy. And he was talking about these events that they put with some of the biggest speakers in the world. And I can't remember him, but I do remember Magic Johnson. And he said, TK, we want you to come talk. And, you know, because I put people on how to make money in my own little way. That's phenomenal. Information that's right in front of you. And I explained something to him. He was blown away. And he said, how did you come up with that? I said, most people, when they get successful, they talk to the 1%. I talk to the 99%.
Yeah, that's a good that's a good way of looking at it.
Yeah, see, I talk to the 99 because if people follow me on my Instagram or come to my shows, in 20 years I can make almost anybody if they listen to me, and I mean this. This self-proven. I could make anybody anywhere between $200 to $500,000 easy in 20 years. Now, most people get in the stock market. Most people, a lot of people don't even rock with the stock market no more. What I got is right in your face that it will blow you away. And it's just what I tell people also is that America has truly let a lot of us down. See, when you travel the world, you know that people talk 2, 3, 4 languages.
They sure do.
We don't.
My kids do what you, and I wish I did learn.
You look helpless when you're traveling, because when we were young, you didn't care.
You're right.
When you
were forced to take it, but you weren't really learning. Like I took Spanish class, but
you didn't.
Having somebody else do your homework or something.
It's really one of the most things that we all should know.
That's true.
I talk about history, like everybody should know history. like I always tell people, and maybe I always ask the crazy question. I say a lot of y'all don't even know who Gladys West is.
All right, listeners, let's take a break from the podcast to talk about something that's been a real game changer for both Paki and myself, Magic Mind Productivity Shot. I've been using it for a while now, and it truly is a game changer.
You guys got to check out Magic Mind. I've actually added it to my daily routine. Not drinking the coffee like I used to before. Able to stay way more focused than I've usually done. Was actually working out at 11:30 last night, so love it.
And it's not just a caffeine boost either. It's packed with organic matcha, adaptogens, nootropics. It really helps me cut down on my personal to-do list and just overall, not get that mid-afternoon jitters to power through the day.
Yeah. Hey, so for all the Vegas Circle listeners, if you're looking to change your daily routine without compromising, definitely check out Magic Mind. So let's get back to the podcast.
Hey, look at her.
I don't think I
Okay.
even know who Gladys West is. I didn't even go lie. I don't know who it is.
Gladys West is the lady, everybody knows her because she's in your hand. Gladys West is the lady who invented the GPS.
Oh,
you kidding me?
Yeah,
That's
older
crazy.
black woman.
That's what's
She
up.
created GPS. So I put people up on
Okay,
game
I knew
for
it was
that.
a black woman that created GPS,
Yeah.
but I didn't know that was her name.
Yeah,
though.
Gladys West. So
Okay,
yeah,
that's what's up.
so I
Yeah.
put people up on that all the way down to teach people other than Black Wall Street how there was other things
I knew
going
about Black
on.
Wall Street.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it was other just as big racial riots in this world other than Tulsa, Black Wall Street. So I teach people about all the other.
You remember
cities.
Chicago Connection by any
I
chance?
talk about all that stuff.
So that's my pops was part of Chicago Connection.
Yeah,
So he did a lot.
And other
Yep.
than the Black Panthers, so
Yeah.
that's
Yep.
what I get on people about.
That's what's up,
and I
man.
love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. Talk a little bit about crazy stuff been happening right in the news, right? Starting with Dave Chappelle, people coming on stage.
Right.
Charleston White coming up,
Yes,
dealing
yes.
with this situation. How would you handle the situation? What's your perspective on somebody coming up and how you would handle that if somebody was heckling
I
you?
had a situation once where a guy tried to come on stage, and we actually fought on stage.
You kidding me?
Yeah, we actually fought, and
Recently? 'Cause this must have been a long time ago.
12, 13 years
Okay.
ago. And we finally settled our differences because I realized I was up against someone that was never going to truly tell the truth. So I ran up on him on a radio station, and we talked it out, and we shook hands, and I told him we would leave it alone here because people will put you in situations to make penitentiary chances. And that's what you have to stay away from in life. You have to love you so much that you avoid things to get you locked up, because people can be tough all they want, but they got a place for you.
1,000%.
They got it. You can act tough all you want.
You sound like I'm talking to my kids right now.
Yeah,
Literally.
they got a place for you. When I saw the situation with Mr. Charleston White, to this day I still love Charleston White. We had a little situation earlier this year. Being through the things I've gone through in life, I never want to wish anybody any pain. I don't want no man to have trouble. I don't want no man not to have inner peace. I don't want no man to have obstacles that can take him off this planet or destroy his life. And I just hope everybody, any man, women, just can go through the rest of their life making good choices to stay here as long as they can, because life is amazing.
Yeah.
You can't take no risks, whether hitting somebody with a plant, hitting somebody with a microphone. Learn to diffuse the situation so you can continue to eat, because at the end of the day, you got to get that money.
Yeah.
gotta
You
get
always
that-
about the bag.
Yeah, you got to
Yeah.
get that money, I was taught at a young age, you don't want to grow old and be broke. You don't want to do it.
That's a sad situation.
Yeah,
dealing
it's
with that.
sad. And a lot of people they not ready.
Yeah.
It's coming, yo.
Yeah.
It seems hard. You have a lot of people that just, get out there, get too intoxicated, get too drunk. They start heckling, going crazy, talking all this nonsense. How do you keep your composure?
The thing,
That seems
you
tough.
gotta, one, you gotta be funny.
Yeah.
Two, you gotta stay control. I did a Cash Money tour once, and Leonard Cohen, what's his
That
name?
sounds Leo Cohen. Yeah,
Leo Cohen.
Yeah.
He was in
Does
the
all the
audience.
stuff about the music.
Yeah.
With Jay-Z, I can't think of Jay-Z's
Jay-Z
company.
and all them, and
Nori and all them. I can't think of his damn name. Yeah.
And shout out to him anyway. He said,
Yep.
I remember this to this day. I was hosting the tour, and he gave me the
Def
biggest
Jam.
compliment. Yeah,
That's Def Jam. Yeah.
Yeah. He was working with Def Jam.
Def Jam, yeah.
And this is the Hard Knock Life tour. DMX, the Cash Money Millionaires, Eve. It was a great concert, and I held it down. A lot of people don't know how difficult it is to hold down a concert. And he said, man, you got the most hardest job on the tour. He said, because you got to control the climate of the room. Okay. And when I see people not controlling the climate of the room, so you can make a choice. You can make a choice to be violent and create a riot, or you can diffuse it. The goal is get the money, get out, because today somebody can hurt you. Today it can really go left if you really don't put yourself together. But other than that, I normally don't have problems.
This Chris probably, I don't think you've seen him live before, but he is so funny with the control of the room. He has people raise their head to go use the restroom. I ain't never seen that like that before in my life. It's quiet. You can hear a pin drop. I don't know how he act, but it's hilarious.
I've watched a ton of them.
Because people get up to use the bathroom, and I'll be talking.
I ain't never seen nobody do this before in my life.
Because they don't see it coming.
That shit is hilarious.
I was like, excuse me, can you have a seat for a second? No, I got to go back. No. Just wait. Have a seat. And I look around and say, let another motherfucker get up and don't raise their hand. I said, I'm here to deliver a message. And it's funny and it's different, it's unique, it's never been done before.
There's a good diffusion because it makes it feel like
but this is what's funny. People be raising their hands.
Right. Yeah, it's hilarious. It's hilarious.
Yeah, but talk a little bit about, so you've been doing a lot on your own. Everything is on TK Network, right?
Yes.
TK Kirkland Network.
Right.
Have you always been independent? You never had
always
no
been independent
agent?
until this year. And, that's how come I signed with Live Nation. And
that's
Live Nation, of course, corporate, when you get corporate, you don't get your check right away with corporate. That's the only thing about Live Nation. But they take care
Accounts
of you.
Payable, you got to wait.
And it started because I was trying to do an event with the Improv. And one of the execs over there wasn't giving me what I want, because I get 90% of the door. And they wasn't going to give me that. So a guy named Jeru Tillman, who is my connect to Live Nation, they have been after me for 3 years. I kept saying, nah, okay, because I'm thinking independence is the way to go. And the world has changed. And what I mean by that is people don't do good business, or it's aggravating. And I'm at a point now I'm tired. So when Improv didn't give me what I wanted, I called Jeru. I said, yo, I'm ready. We did a couple cities that I wanted to do where at the Improvs I was going to do, but I wound up making probably 15, 20 times more than if I'd have went with the Improv. And I actually sent the lady an email about 2-3 months later thanking her for not giving me the deal that I wanted. Because I would have never signed with Live Nation. And the rest is history. So Live Nation gave me a 7-year deal, 42 cities for the next 7 years.
Oof,
so we start the last week. We start the last week of February. I get 90% of the door, and I'm doing my thing. So that's why I got to stay in shape. That's why I got to take care of myself. Because in 7 years I'll be 70. So I really want to be getting that bread and traveling the world, laying on the beach, with my kids, get my back rubbed. One of my women is on me. That's how I live.
Did I hear that Jamie Foxx was going to be doing your Netflix special? Did I hear that right?
Well, we were supposed to do it before Jamie got sick. And we have been talking me, him, Michael King. This is when Jamie was in Paris, when he was shooting his movie. And all I kept saying on that phone call was, Lord, please let us live long, because we all getting older. And bam, a month later, Jamie had got sick.
Wow.
And I haven't talked to him since. He's got better. But I'm quite sure him directing a show with me now is the last thing on his mind. But I was thinking the other day, I got some things happening. And one, I've always done my own specials. But in 2 years, I'm going to have my Netflix special. And I'm only going to do it because the people want it.
I want it. Me personally, I want it.
And it's going to be something unique, because I've seen the what people have put out there and what I'm gearing for in my career and the knowledge. See, the longer the way, I just become more knowledgeable. So by the time in 2 years, the stuff that I'm going to drop on the world is going to be so amazing. They're going to be like, wow. And I'm excited about that.
I can't wait to see that, man.
I can't wait to see that. I'm looking forward to it.
What else are you focused on, man? Just, I know, coming up 22, because you always are way ahead, man. Like, I've talked to you before. You're 5-7 years ahead. I've never seen nobody as strategic as you are.
I'm far out there. Like, right now, I think I'm on 2033.
Damn. 10 years?
Yeah, I always say I've been like that my whole life.
But you actually have it in your calendar. Like you
I have it in my head.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have it in my head. Yeah,
Okay.
and it gives you stuff to do. Because a rule of mine is you have to be better than you was last year, mentally, physically, financially, and spiritually. It's mandatory with me. I have to be better than I was last year. So
that's what's up. Yeah. So what you think about this Puffy situation, man? With what he's dealing with? Because you dealt with a lot of powerful people and women coming back and talk crazy about you, man. What would you say?
I tell any man and woman that has seen Puff, or any man that would go through any kind of crime or pain, wish that person the best, and hopefully they can get out of it and become a better person from this.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to go through something to make you a better person, right? And when you see all the stuff about Puff, so many bad things coming out. So that means he's been truly a bad person for years, right? And I've been on that side of the coin. I've been in court.
That's why I wanted to hear what you're gonna say.
I've been in court. I've been, humiliated in a sense, just for social media. Worst case scenario with me, I was on Photo of the Week in Jet magazine. That was our social media back
hilarious.
in the day. And I don't wish nobody no problem. When I see what Puff went through, and if you're watching this, Puff, I wish you the best. Yeah. I just think that men who have information shouldn't come out on social media now and put their foot on your neck while a person is down. That's not how men move. You keep it moving. You wish that person the best. Because even when I went through my trouble, what's crazy, Fly Brother, I was in Atlanta, and I was at an event. It was Shaquille O'Neal.
Okay, yeah.
And he said, "You okay?" And I said, "Yeah, my man." No one else, when I was going through, took that approach. I could tell his "you okay" was sincere. And Shaq looked at me and said, "Yo, are you okay?" And I was like, "Yep." And I just loved that. And you talk about 1996, 97. That's how long ago it was.
Damn.
And I remember that to this day. So let's wish people the best and not just keep throwing stuff at them, because what people don't realize, them tables can turn.
Like 50, I know you knew, and I don't want to make this negative, but 50 is crazy because Chris is killing it. I know you know him.
If you live on this planet long enough, man, anything is possible, bro.
That's a real
If
statement.
you stay here, if you're on this planet 70, 80 years, I'm telling you, is God's my witness.
We learned it having this podcast. We had a podcast for 5 years.
Right.
And one of the things that I was honestly learning from you is being consistent. We've never taken a break for 5 years. We've been consistent this whole time, even during the pandemic. But you're right. You start meeting so many different people. A lot of people know everybody. They know our brand and know the people. But if you do one person wrong, they're going to know.
Yeah.
That's why it's important to stick to your values.
No, there's two different things. Yeah, it's two different things. You can't help to make somebody upset. But it's a difference when it's crime.
Fair enough.
So what Puff's situation is
that's a crime. Yeah, it's an actual crime.
And that's between him and the women, the situation. So whenever you see somebody go through something, just say, "I wish you the best, my brother." You ain't got to throw more
onto it.
Right? That's how
gasoline.
Men move a certain way.
Yeah.
Men move like it ain't that serious to me. I'm not benefiting anything by putting you down. These are things I've learned in life. I'm not benefiting. 50 is a whole different situation.
50 is hilarious, man.
I love 50.
I know you know him.
He's my guy. Yeah. I don't approve everything he does.
You know a bunch of videos and stuff with him too, right?
I've done a lot of stuff with him, so I could never say nothing bad about him.
Yeah.
Whatever his purpose is, that's his purpose.
Yeah.
That's the best.
He got a master's in heckling, man.
Yeah. 50 something else, man.
Yeah. Talking a little bit about business advice, right? Us being a business show, what would you tell somebody that maybe they want to be a comedian, because there's a lot of business and a lot of ROI in that? What would you tell them for whatever dream they're trying to accomplish? What would you tell them for somebody that wants to be their own business owner?
Well, one, you got to get money, but you got to know stages in life.
Okay.
And what I mean, comedy, if you can start young, it's an excellent situation, because you're not a man yet. Let me explain to you what I mean. Most men, when they get into this game, they go chase women. So now you got a girl in your life. You start having sex, you might have a child.
Yep.
That girl is working, but you have fed her all these dreams that you're going to be this big star, but you're not working. Years go by, she's been footing the bill because she believed in your dream. but you're not a man. You're not helping paying the bill right now. You're not bringing food on the table. So you kind of destroyed this woman based on your dream, because it was your dream. And what I mean by that is, if you know by a certain time you're not where you want to be, you got to go get a job. You got to be a man. You have to contribute to the household of the family and the woman that you're living with. Because I tell people all the time, sex makes babies, not love. You know, and most men don't know the difference in that, and you put yourself in bad situations,
right?
Because you're out here being careless, you're out here on your throw your dick toy.
That's
thing,
straight
right?
up true. That's straight up true.
That's the advice I would give, because a lot of comedians are not funny. They're not putting the work in. I traveled 40 years.
I've seen a lot. Yep.
I see people who want to be funny, and when I come back the following year, the year after that, I say they're not putting the work in. They just going on stage. No, nobody is putting the work in.
Would you recommend that you work a job and build a side hustle then? Because you do a lot of side hustles.
I believe a lot of people are not businessmen. That's why men gotta have. That's why most people gotta have an agent or a manager. They don't know how to speak for themselves. They don't know what they're worth. They don't have the confidence to talk up. I do deals all around the world. All around the world. And but I've been quiet about life. Like, we live in an era you tell your business. It's sad that basketball players and football players gotta they have to announce how much they make. Such as made $700 million. Back in the day, you never knew what a person would make. I think people should stop talking about how much they made. It doesn't matter. And we need to go back to that. Stop telling our business. I like Dana White's been talking a lot about that with the UFC, because none of their salaries or whatever they sign or deals or sponsorship, none of those athletes are brought up on the UFC. So that's the only I think his
that
situation is different, because I think they're robbing them.
Yeah, he probably not. Yeah,
that might be. You might be right. That might be a strategy. You might be right. I've heard that before, but I didn't know how true that is.
And no disrespect to their business dealings, right?
I get it.
But I'm up at 3 in the morning in my living room, candles, sipping on tea, and I read a lot. And that story has come across
plenty of times.
They robbing them guys. So that's the reason why they don't announce it.
And every time they talk about what they make, then they get bashed and kicked out of the UFC and can't fight no more.
Right.
So you might be right. That might be a strategy.
Yeah, they get robbed, yo. For the kind of money that UFC is bringing in, them boys getting robbed.
Yeah, they sold. So it's crazy.
Yeah, they get robbed.
We always ask, I know you didn't answer this last time about restaurants, man, but give us a gem. Give us a great restaurant in Vegas that somebody should check out. I know you don't have a favorite one, as what you told us last time, but what would you say if somebody
I don't go out in Vegas.
Oh, that's what you stay home.
Yeah, well, I'm never home. I'm never in Vegas.
You ain't lying, 'cause you
I've been here 20 years.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you where to go, because I'm always gone. I'm here maybe out of the year, maybe 40 days.
Damn, for real?
Maybe 40 days out of the
Jesus
year I'm in
Christ.
Vegas.
Man, you did leave that traveling that much.
I travel.
And you're probably right, because every time I talk to you on the phone, you here, there.
I'll be moving, yo. I'll be moving. I love it, though.
So switch up a little bit then. What's your favorite thing to cook or have somebody cook for you at the TK Kirkland house?
I eat a lot of salmon.
Okay.
I eat a lot of fruit.
Okay.
But nothing special.
So pretty
unless my kids are there and they cook.
Okay.
My kids can cook.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward to my oldest son. He's a great cook, because I have grandchildren now. So I'll be in LA with my grandbabies for the first time. Excited about that.
That's what's up, man. Congratulations, man.
But I'm really looking forward to my son's food.
You're a grandfather now? I just caught that. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna.
Congratulations, man.
I'm looking forward to just laying with the grandkids, eating my son's food.
That's
but also bringing something to the house. I'm that kind of man. I'm looking forward to stopping at the store, picking up something, bringing it to the house. Like it gives me meaning, another meaning in life to be with my grandkids and my son and my kids. Like I love it. It's
the traditional vibe.
Exactly.
So
I told them that too. I said, now I know what I'm doing every Christmas. So I love that.
Coming to them.
Yep.
That's what's up, man. And you have 7 children?
I got 7, yo.
That's crazy.
You
weren't playing around back in the day.
Out of everything in my life, that's the most complicated.
Okay.
Because when you get older, you realize that either you should have children, one or two,
Okay.
but not that many, and you shouldn't have that many women in your life that you have a child. But everybody is at fault in a sense, you know? And that's why I tell men, if you have sex with a woman, you don't have a condom, she controls your life for the rest of your life. And it's something to think about, because when you get older and you really understand life, you go, damn.
Yeah.
As I know I do.
Yeah, I get it.
I go, damn.
One of the first questions I forgot to ask you, I just want to step back for 1 second. What was the first business you owned?
Well, I have a lot of business.
Yeah.
So let me tell you what I do.
Let's go open up. Let's go open up everything.
Let me tell you, I stay quiet. What I learned in life because of baby mamas, right?
Yep, I get it.
And when you have the kind of kids, mothers I had in my life, I'm broke.
So they take it, yeah.
I had a feeling you gonna say that.
Yo,
paper TK don't make nothing.
I don't have, man, I'm broke.
Yeah.
Even though my kids are grown.
Yeah.
You know, my kids is grown. Like my youngest is about to be 17. And,
oh, was that right? Okay.
Yeah, so they all pretty much grown. My oldest daughter's a surgeon. My son is executive in L.A. music industry.
Oh, that's what's
all
up.
my kids are doing very
beautiful.
well. Very well. So no complaints. And I say it's me because you can't be 7 everybody consistent. So I got 7. I know it all from daddy. So
that's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you want to leave us out on, man? What would you want to leave us out on the podcast, man? Anything we forgot to ask you?
No. I just, if anything, to the world that's listening, be a man of your word, because I kept my word with you.
And I appreciate you,
and
man.
I think that is more valuable than anything I've said tonight on this show.
Yeah.
And it's to keep your word, because I know you've been wanting to get me to all year.
Yep.
And I kept, like, we're going to do it. And I was like, nah, I can't do it.
Yep.
And the day when I was getting ready, I said, yeah, I'm good. I'm going to make this happen for my man.
I appreciate it.
And when I keep my word, blessings happen. So I love doing stuff for people, because I know the blessings come down the line. And that's I'm in line with the universe. So I love that.
Yeah.
No, we appreciate you for sure.
No, that's one thing. And it's funny you said that. That was one of the first things my pops had told me when I was a young man. He was always to say that. And he's always talked about doing business with a handshake.
Right.
That's that old school mentality.
Yes, sir. I like it.
82 years old. Yeah, 82. He just left.
Yeah.
I'm moving him to Vegas. But,
okay, great.
But 82 years old, and he would always talk about that, man. Like, if you tell him something, and you'll do it, he on your head.
Yeah, so, that's very important.
Yeah.
Because all you have to do is shut up.
Yeah.
But most men have this weakness of talking so fast that you put yourself in a hole. And women too.
And emotion, you're talking about, right?
So you gotta slow down, take your time to think. Or if you can't give a good answer, always say, can I get back to you? And there's nothing wrong with saying, can I get back to you? Because now you got time to think, and then you talk to the person the next day, you go, I looked at my calendar, I see situations, I can't make it happen, but maybe we can do it on this day. Like I did.
Yeah, that's exactly. I was going to say that's the strategy. I get it. No, I get it. I get it. Yeah, set yourself up for time.
So set yourself up for time.
Yeah.
But I'm doing a big event here for the Super Bowl.
Okay.
With the NFL alumni. That's what we was having a meeting about before I came in here. Some great things happening, and then I start my Live Nation tour, so make sure you get your tickets.
When you coming to Vegas? You know the date yet?
I don't know the dates. We got the cities. We got 43 cities. So what we're
Okay.
doing now is they getting the venues. I should have that before Martin Luther King weekend.
Okay, before
I'm doing something big in LA, and I talked to them yesterday, and they said that we'll have we got the buildings.
Okay.
Now we got to find the actual dates, and then we'll make the announcement.
Okay.
And just excited, man. Yeah. GK doing his thing.
I know. I'm paying attention to everything, man. I'll be watching you around the world,
I'm doing
man.
my thing, yo.
Yeah. Well, I absolutely appreciate you, man. Seriously, you're a man of your word, man. I really appreciate it, man.
That's important to me.
Where can they reach you out? Give your social handles and all that good stuff.
Yes, at TK_Kirkland, ladies and gentlemen. If you got situations, hit me on my DM and tell me what's going on, and I hit you back, and we could discuss it.
Yeah.
Other than that, I wish everybody the best.
Yeah.
That's the best thing I could tell you. I wish everybody the best.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you,
my
man.
man.
Thank you, man.
I appreciate you too. You too, young man.